Story 1. Before reading, gently close your eyes, take a deep breath, bring your attention to your heart and feel your heartbeat. Open your eyes and continue reading. Real-life experience. On completing his studies, a young man went to apply for a job in a large company. He successfully passed the first interview. Now the final interview was to be taken by the director of the company, and the director had to decide whether the student should be hired or not. The director saw the student's CV, curriculum vitae, and found that along with studies, this student always topped in other extracurricular activities as well. "Director, did you ever receive a scholarship from school?" The young man replied. "None, sir." "So your father paid for your entire education?" "Yes," he said. "And where does your father work?" "He is a washerman, sir." On hearing this, the director requested to see the young man's hands, and after observing the soft hands for a while, asked, "Have you ever helped your father do the laundry?" "No, sir. He always just insisted that I study and read more. Besides, he can do a much better job at washing than me." The director then said, "I have a request. When you go home today, go and wash your father's hands and then come see me tomorrow morning." The young man felt quite positive about the interview and was hopeful of getting the job. He came home happily and told all these things to his father and asked him to show his hands. The father was surprised but then slowly extended his hands. As he cleaned his father's hands, his eyes started welling up. It was for the first time that he noticed how rough and bruised his father's hands were. He could see from his father's face that even pouring water on the bruises was causing him pain. For the first time in life, this young man realized how hard his father had worked to give him a good life. His clothes, food, education had all cost his father so many bruises and hardships. This realization consumed the young man as he washed all the remaining clothes for the day. That night, the father and son sat together and spoke for long hours. The next morning, this man was again sat in the director's office with tears in his eyes. The director asked him, "So how did it go yesterday? Would you like to share your experience?" "I learned a real-life lesson last night," the man replied. "I now know what appreciation is. Without my father's efforts, I wouldn't have reached where I am today. Secondly, by doing his job, I realized how difficult it is to work and earn a living. And third, for the first time, I have fully realized the value of relationships." The director replied, "This is what I'm looking for in my manager. I want to hire someone who knows how to appreciate the help of others. Someone compassionate, who understands what others are going through while doing a job. Someone who doesn't see money as the only goal of his life. Congratulations, you truly deserve this job. Experience is greater than knowledge. Our knowledge is useless without experience supporting that knowledge." Dodgy.